It's going to be Astralis starting on the CT side. It will be NIP on the T side. And they are already moving outside of the B-bomb site, but you could tell that a couple of their members are spread out looking through connector and everything else. Magisk, though, if he keeps pushing, they're going to find out. Oh, Device, he is pretty much the only defense here at B. Sip is really far back, and he does get a headshot on Rez, which is incredible. Nork picking up Glaive, and somehow NIP actually come out on top of this, even if Astralis were in a very, very bad situation there.
Now they've got the post plant, they've got the man advantage, and Miggy's not going to get that shot.
Wow, I can't believe it. So, I mean, that could have gone quite bad, I think, for NIP potentially there. If they would have found Nork, that would have been a decent retake for them. And Astralis gambling everything on the idea that they could check out the A side of the map before NIP hit the B bomb side. And that they were too quick. The ninjas, they were right in there. And as soon as Device went down early on that L-bend, it was just bad news all day.
You know who the real winner is in this, though, Zipnix. The Zipnix, obviously. I'm going to answer the question before I even finish the sentence. But
yeah.
Zip is the real winner because he's already started on his utility damage.
He's in there. He's picking it up.
Dude, that HE just chucked onto short, chunked 3 guys for 30 HP each. So just so you know, right, Astralis, the best team when it comes to utility damage last tournament, all tournament long against the best teams. They were just doing so much work with grenades. And here in the first round, we've already got Zipnix just getting started, getting in there.
Started to build it up. Yeah, we can appreciate that. It must be annoying to play against, just having to run into those grenades all of the time.
Agony.
But from NIP's point of view, what a great way to get the match started. Made the right call, followed through on it. Again, pistol rounds can be, a bit of a gamble on all sides. And Astralis, I think, were actually trying to minimize how much they had to gamble with things by going out and finding the information rather than waiting around inside of a bomb site. But they got timed on when they actually got the information, basically when it was too late. So that can also happen. Device out here with a scout, and they have Deagle, so every tag right here, even if he doesn't finish anyone off, every tag like this is going to be huge. So far, it's only the one. Magisk up close, and he's doing a little bit more damage. Dupree, a bullet here might do it. Hampus and CT are both really low on health, and he's not going to be able to. Jumping past the corner, so still dangers around here for NIP. They got to be real careful.
They're so vulnerable to the Deagles and what they're capable of right now. And the Deagle Scout combination, one shot with that Deag, the Scout follows it up. Never mind, Device is gone. So no more Scout. And that is going to be just picked up a little bit of nades. Some nades getting picked up here by NIP. And NIP are just, they've chosen to go with like the Wrecking Ball approach where they kind of just group up together as a unit and trade. Whole name of the game here is for them to stay close so that they can trade just like that. Glaive gets one, but he's not going to get another.
Yeah, I think they've managed to sort of calm things down a little bit here. Sip has another HE grenade, so I for a second I thought maybe he could get there for the bomb plant and just blow someone up. But I think now he could still do more damage, and that would probably still be worth it.
Yeah.
But winning the round, I think, is kind of out of the question. Yeah, Nork and Hampus very low on health. Yeah, you could tell. You could get a sense in this round of just how much could have gone wrong. So I'm glad that NIP actually managed to keep that cool. I think at most he's trying to keep them close to the bomb, or maybe just close to the HE. Throwing it right on top of Rez. It'll do a little bit more. Not as much as it could have been, and the Deagle will not ring true. So I think that was actually pretty well handled by NIP. These are the kind of rounds that you can easily get rattled in, right? You take some scout damage, you lose a couple of players early on, and the panic sets in, but not the case for the Swedes. So I'm happy to see that.
So you got some guys, they play for scoreboard, right, Anders? So they'll play for kills, they'll bait their teammates, right? Exactly. You know all about that. I'm convinced that Zipnix plays for utility damage now, because that smoke into HE is just he's just literally baiting somebody into that HE. He knows they have to check it.
I'm not leaving this round without some grenade.
He's already at 93 damage with grenades. Like, over on Nip side, it's 19 for Rez and 8 for ZTR, and there's nothing on Astralis. It's only Zipnix with 93 damage with the grenades already. That's so silly.
This time, there's not going to be any utility damage out of Astralis. They just have the one flashbang. There might be some kills. Well, that is... He gets deep in there, Hampus, and he's going to find out that there are a lot of people there. So the rest of NIP sucks to lose Hampus, but they're quite happy to make the switch. And if they just keep running at this point, they're going to get there in time. They have all the grenades. I don't think they're going to be in trouble here. Magisk has picked up a Molotov, actually, so there could maybe be some utility damage now.
But this has gone on long enough. You can see the rotation coming in from Astralis now. It's gone on long enough where NIP, they could commit to A or they could go through connector. The thing is, they've given everything up on the B side. They would have to take time to clear out connector. We're getting to 50 seconds on the clock now. It's time to go here for NIP.
So hard to do this on the A-bomb side if you're Astralis, though. And they're going to end up fighting a little bit separate there. They did put the flash out to try and catch someone, but it looks like NIP are going to be just fine here. And Dupree coming up with another couple of kills, so it becomes pretty expensive. That's back-to-back rounds where they lose 3 rifles, or 2 rifles, I think the last one, but still, yeah, making it expensive is Astralis, and now they can pick up their own rifles and really start fighting.
That was a hard eco as well.
Yeah.
USPs, it's not even like they invested anything and they managed to get 3 guns off. That's really nice work here from Astralis, making sure that NIP do not get too ahead of themselves. And so now we get to see here Astralis on this CT side. What are they going to be going for? 3 towards B. Looking like a default approach here from Astralis. Device likes to play aggressive on the CT side when he has that AWP. He decides to play it a little bit, I mean, still here, still looking for the shot, but he will push top mid as well with that op. He's not afraid to.
And this is a beautiful setup, actually, from Astralis. I've seen this very many times before. They throw that smoke all the way to the barrel. You could see it right here in front of Hampus. That means if anyone is helping, and then they flash their way out, and this time they took down CTR. But yeah, that's so cool. I've seen them do that a number of times before. I think they actually throw. I think it's Megas who throws the smoke basically from where the boost spot is. So right as you enter the B area, and then it's a genius setup. It's really cool to see. And it segments, if anyone is out there, they're going to get caught in the flashbangs, and the teammates that are further behind can't actually help out. Now, Sip all the way back here with just the AUG. Let's see if he can take someone with him. He's going to get some really advanced info. That's a nice flashbang, though, and they were ready for it. Counter Molotov comes out to slow them down, and with 50 seconds being slowed down here is a real big problem for NIP. Because if you just set up, again, outside of B, you know there are going to be more people inside. And if you go back to A, well, you don't have a lot of time.
I'm surprised at Zipnix. What was he looking at there for him to get so boldly caught by that flash? It's uncharacteristic of Zip for sure. Glaive needs to pump those HE numbers up as well. Definitely not up to snuff. We need to see better from him. But it is looking like they're going to commit fully here. NIP, it's onto the B side they go.
Nearly catching it, but 20 seconds left. This is being read by Astralis. They know what's coming. They got 3 people here, a 4th one about to join, and this is so slowed down right now. Rez is going to get dropped. Plopsky's just going to try and put that bomb down inside of the smoke. Hampus covering him, but that's only going to last for a minute there. Magus with a nice double and a triple actually at the end of it. And Astralis will pick up their first round. And I just think it does, I mean, there's a very good chance that Sip could have just taken someone with him, but you actually see the power of that setup even without it, because it allows for the perfect Molotov, and then NIP are just stuck there. So they get such advanced information that it still just works out. Which normally, I mean, think of how often that happens on the B bomb side of Overpass, where you know that it's a B hit when they're on the site. And that you want to, on the CT side, you want to try and limit that, right? You want early information, and the B is like almost like the complete opposite of A, where in A you could be pushed up really far, you get really advanced warning when people are showing up. Not so much on B, so I'm happy to see that they try to do that.
Well, here's some of that aggression from Astralis, and NIP were ready for it. Checking, doing their homework. Device going to miss the pot shot on Rez, but this was a setup that we see here from Astralis on the CT side, where Dupree and Device, that 1-2 combo, they really like to work together in mid to create room. They had Megas helping him out there this time as well. But Device, he will set it up so that he gets that first shot with the AWP from Birthday. He'll do it a few times a half. So Rez, though, catching Glaive out, that's a big opening here.
Yeah, and
force Astralis to be careful with Megisk.
And he's going to go run. Rez, oh my god, he's playing on his own. He's just a distraction. So getting a kill is huge. Staying alive after that is really, really important. And, I mean, he nearly got the double. Now, Sip is down here, and they need to move. I have no idea why ANIP are slowing this down. They need to be quick about it. Sip will take one more, and Plopsky will finally drop him. But I think they might have slightly run out of time here. Bomb being attempted inside of the smoke. Magus, he can't actually see him. Surely he could guess it. He's going to catch him coming out. Straight headshot to take down Plopsky. And now it's on Nork. Grenade just does a tiny bit, and that AWP inside of the smoke. He's so worried about getting flanked, but I don't know. It would have to be a miracle for him to survive this. They are walking up right behind him. Dupree is there, just a second away from shooting him in the back, and Nork has got no idea this is coming, and it'll be Dupree with the kill. That, I think, was... I don't think they could have sped that up. I think they could have overwhelmed Sip, and just, instead of him getting 2, it's just the 1 kill, and then they probably win the round.
And I think we are going to get... we'll take a look at Zip again, though. The way that he holds this is so sharp, though, because he immediately starts backing off to try and close off the angle.
Yeah.
And this time around, Nip were there to trade it fast. But the way that he plays B-side is just so brutal. And if you keep giving him opportunities like this, he's got 4 kills. Well, actually, everybody's got 4 kills, except for Device. Device is the only one without a kill.
Yeah, it's interesting.
4 players have 4 kills. Illuminati confirmed.
But I mean, at that point in time, with the way that Rez worked the A side of the map, that should be a round win for NIP. They had that all set up. Aggression coming out though, even behind Device's own aggression. But Hamper's taking the kill on Glaive. That's Astralis feeling pretty bold at that point in time. He was being very quick about that.
Oh yeah, but look at Astralis, how they're going to address this. Now they've rotated Dupree and Device over towards Long. Device has got the angle. Hampus, misses the shot, Device. Missed opportunity here, and now this closed angle isn't going to be as strong.
Did he hit the breadbasket, though? Now, that's a replay that we need.
Carbs.
I guess he did. Ooh, almost time. Dupree is here, though, and let's see. Yeah, this is a bit of a bait setup. So he's falling back. Are they going to check? They still will. That's some amazing groundwork coming out from NIP. They heard the steps back. They didn't just bite. That's an incredible shot from Device. And they're still going to catch him out. Now there's trouble here. Meg is on the site itself. He's going to go fight them, but there's just way too many people out there. And NIP managing to find just a very, very cool situation here. 4 versus 1. The Molotov didn't do anything, but just leave Sip alone and you'll be fine. Don't go fight him.
Hoping to get lucky there. Not going to happen. One thing that you can count on Nip, and this is, I think, a trademark of Threat as well, is systematic play. Like,
yeah.
They are very on, like, that. You got some teams that are kind of clever, kind of tricky. If you're not paying careful attention, you know, that they're going to pull fast ones on you all the time and just really try and catch you off guard. Nip, I don't think, are like that. I think Nip are very much more the A goes to B, goes to C. You know, this is how we're going to systematically break down this offense. And so here it's, okay, we get that opening kill on Glaive. Cool. Now nobody goes alone. You saw that, right? They're pushing long together. They're pushing mid together. Nobody goes alone. And we're going to do everything we can to maintain the man advantage as we grind onto the site. So maybe Device gets a pot shot, but then Device gets traded, and we just maintain that advantage. And so Threat really has that kind of straightforward approach to the game, and it's working right now against Astralis. Astralis now may need to start taking Nip seriously and stop horsing around with the over-aggression like we saw from Glaive at the beginning of this round.
Yeah, I mean, he was aggressive, but he was even being, like, he wasn't being subtle about it. He was being pretty aggressive about getting out there. So
running.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that's also the sort of structure that's in the NIP team. It's also one of the issues with then switching members out, because that obviously changes the structure a bit. So, I mean, talk about aggression. Double man push down into connector, and they're going to fall straight back up with Device. But they're still keeping a very relaxed defense over at the B bomb site, which is a little bit atypical for B on Overpass. There are some teams that struggle to defend this B bomb site, even with 4 members there. So some of these early rounds, Astralis are very light on it. Ooh, that's just a scout. That is just a scout. Taking down Plopsky.
Oh, that's so intensely annoying.
Yeah, because this is, I mean, a huge moment right now for the Swedes. If they take this round, they're going to collapse the Astralis economy. They're going to be in such a good position. And another tag, this time going over the smoke. This is about to get very, very annoying. Let's see if they can follow through and group up like they did earlier when they were getting tagged up with the scouts. They just executed on that bomb site and made it work. But this time, it isn't just the scout, is it?
No, there's going to be quite a bit of support here from the rest of Astralis. They're going to have 3 players up on this A site, and that is one thing that can work against you, as the push is going to come onto the site. We can touch on that after this round. Astralis are in position to hold.
There they are. Here come the grenades, forcing him out into the open. Flashbangs, and he should be dead. The whole setup is to try and get that kill on him. Eventually, they'll get the headshot. Glaive also in the corner, and the scout will do more work. It's 18 seconds on the clock. They need to get that bomb down. It's on the ground. 14 seconds now. They're both coming in from this side, though. No one is flanking, and Nork will take the face-off device. Dupree trying to stop this. 8 seconds left for the bomb will be planted. Dupree instantly pre-firing it. And he's got that op on the other side. Nork, if he misses a chance here, he's not going to get another one, and he'll win the fight. That's a nice double kill for Nork. Very solid work. And that is all of the money gone from Astralis. That's a huge clutch there and a great round out of NIP.
Let's see. This is ZTR's perspective. We got to give credit where credit's due, though, Anders. ZTR, that's back-to-back rounds where he gets doubles pushing onto the site.
Yeah.
He's looking good, and he is top fragging for NIP right now with 9 kills. Runner-up would be Knock with 7. So the young guns here. ZTR, if he's showing an individual performance like this for NIP, clearly, I mean, there's a bit of speculation coming into this. I saw Maui tweeting about it earlier. I was talking about it on my stream. We're like, we're not really sure, you know, what ZTR brings to the table, but clearly it's not like Nipper just got to pick somebody out of the... There's going to be a reason for it. If they feel like he's got the qualities to show a strong performance against a team like Astralis, I mean, this is fantastic. It's a great opportunity for him to prove himself.
Oh, it definitely is.
You know, the NIP management.
Well, that's just, I mean, you know, if ever there was a time, well, that's nice, they lined up for him. If ever there was a time to potentially panic in your sort of, you know, your first really big game here, it's playing the best team in the world, right? You're playing the best team in the world and it's a best of 3. There's definitely going to be pressure on. So if he can handle that, he can probably handle almost anything, at least so long as we're just counting the online era. Always is different when we get back to the LAN environment. Which I can't wait for it, because not just the fact that we've all got so used to this now, but we have a lot of viewers certainly that have never seen that. So the translation from online to LAN this time is going to be really brutal. I can't wait for it. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be sick.
Well, here we go. 9th round, and Astralis are struggling, and the struggle continues into this round. Flashed through. Glaive wanted to try and catch them, but instead got caught. That is how that works a lot of the time when you're trying to get those flashes through the smokes there. And now they slow it down. They want to see if Astralis will make another mistake somewhere. They will go aggressive. You could see them waiting on the other side of the map.
Well, they feel like Astralis, I mean, the way that this works, right? It's like the jujitsu of CSGO is that now, down a man, Astralis are the ones that need to make a play on the CT side to try and find a kill somewhere, or at least get some information as to where Nipper's setting up. Hampus pushing out here. Big opportunity for him to wreck it. Beautiful flank on Magisk, and he gets the second one as well.
That is so cool. And he knew that because Astralis had just tried to do that Molotov trick to force out his teammate in sewer. So he felt, okay, 2 people are going to be engaged in that. One is going to throw the Molotov, the other one is going to go peek. And so chances are they're going to be occupied with that. That was very well done. This, I mean, all of this right now for NIP is really cool.
Oh, buddy. Now Astralis, I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We've still got Astralis on the T side to look forward to. And their T side overpass is solid.
Yeah, but NIP have really come to play, right? Like, they're really fired up. Hampers, again, this is a quad kill, and he's just been fighting them straight up. This is really awesome. Great to see. He's 11-4 right now, so this is just very cool to see. We like these kind of stories, don't we? Because, again, in the prediction game that we're playing, oh, that's an ace. Hampers just aced NIP. Or not NIP, but Astralis all across the map. It took the whole round. He walked through the B-bomb site all the way up to A-long and just took them all down. That is so cool.
Oh, and I'm just taking a look real quick at some of, because we were laughing about that. This is obviously him just opening it all up on this B side as Astralis starts getting picked off one after the other.
Unreal.
It's sick. But, I mean, it's still... This is not how Astralis were hoping this would go at the beginning, being the heavy favorites.
No.
But then, I mean, that is always the other side of that sword, right, of the blade, is yes, Astralis, you are clearly the favorites, but also you're the only team with anything to lose in this scenario then, right? Because nobody's expecting anything from NIP going into the series. Everybody's expecting something from you.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. And you know that many teams will be watching what Astralis are doing and either to counter them in a game themselves or to learn from them and figure out, well, like this, some of their demos are going to be some of the most watched games for sure. So all eyes are on them, and maybe that's also what we're seeing here. Hampus continuing his reign of terror into this round. That is now 7 kills over the last 2 rounds, and he just wants to keep running. Might get caught here, he will with the Deagle, but still, fantastic little run from him. It's going to be 8-2 in favor of NIP right now. I don't think, I was certainly not expecting that. So.
No. And, I mean, what nobody was expecting either is to see Device just pause out at 4 kills. But Glaive, I mean, keep in mind, Glaive and Zipnix, like, these guys were at 4 kills. There's 5 kills, 6 kills on Magisk and Dupree. But, like, these guys were at 4 kills at, like, the second round, third round of the half. And then they just haven't gotten any kills since. That's crazy. Device looked like he was starting to catch up and take the lead, and then he just stopped short as well. And so NIP right now are doing a really good job of shutting Astralis' ability to frag down.
And some of these kills, right, are in those rounds that were, you know, Scout Deagle, where they sort of almost managed to win it. So that's, I mean, that's cool, but not nearly as fun as if you can actually start to win some rounds here. So I don't know. I mean, it's a new season. And
In that scenario over here towards B, and so there was an opportunity for Nip to trade it. Now we're just going to see Nip just straight up run onto this B site in a moment.
Oh, grenade is going to be right on top. That's amazing. 70 damage across 2 players. They just had all smoke left to try and put that out. That's really important. And Glaive is right underneath. He's going to see CTR coming through. So now Nork and Plopsky, 2 versus 4. I think damage is the best outcome right now. Get another couple of kills here and don't just let them walk out with 4 rifles. Then that way you keep the economy really low. Not going to be from that. And Glaive with a follow-up. So great round out of Astralis, obviously. The aggression and forcing them back into a B hit. And then the timing of that nade from Glaive was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's Hampus checking. He gets bopped, and Glaive is on the board, Anders. We were talking about it, sitting on 4 kills for 10 rounds or something. Now he's finally got 2 kills. So, good for him. He's up on there. Maybe Astralis are going to start waking up and getting things rolling for themselves on this CT side. Now they've got all the nades that they could want. They've got that AWP on Device, and they're going for it again. Device straight up to top mid, looking for this fight. That smoke canceling it out, though, makes it tricky, and Rez not connecting.
Man, he couldn't see anything, Device. That just looked like it was, you know, pure timing, but it did leg him, so I guess that is fair play. They've at least taken over this first part of the map here in IP while keeping an eye outside of B. So pretty common round for now. 3-man setup down to the B bomb site, and yeah, Device and Dupree, they only fall a couple of steps back. They don't go all the way back to the A bomb site, which some teams will do. You know, some teams will just try and take a shot and then run back to A and hide, but Astralis are a little bit further up on the map. Ooh, that is some good timing. Sip, I don't know if he saw that before the smoke went up, but taking that kill early on is interesting. And Dupree will catch them as they come running past. It's a triple kill at the end, taking down almost the entire NIP team. And I don't even understand how that's possible. The only way that NIP wouldn't flash that to check it is if they wanted to be silent about it and not show that they were there. But the risk is enormous. Plopsky now on his own, having to try and do this 1 versus 5. And he did get a kill on one of them, but he's going to get caught before he got to the breadbasket. So no picnic allowed.
No picnic allowed, man. He was sent to bed without eating. No dessert, no fun. Astralis definitely need to be having more fun on this CT side, though. I was just checking again to see the quality of the opponent that they've been playing on this map, and they've just been playing top 10 teams on this Overpass for a little bit now, and 60% win rate on CT side for Astralis on CT side. I mean, they need to be getting a few more rounds on the board here for their CT side, because their T side is good. It's not terrible, but it's only 50%, which, you know, it's not. That doesn't speak of a dominant T side to fall back on here in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. That's a nice wall bang. That was actually Sip from inside of the bomb site. You could see that. What was that? A headshot through a wall, through a smoke. A lot of icons on top of each other. Dupree, not going to go aggressive and not going to get caught. Actually, a little bit of a dance between him and Plopsky right here. And eventually, I think Plopsky was getting wall banged as well. Oh, wow. I'd be very mad if that was me. let me at least have the fight, you know?
Yeah, let me fight fair. And then that's the thing, you know, it just doesn't happen. If you're fighting fair, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that is definitely true, isn't it? So Nork and CTR are left, and Astralis are thinking, we're sort of playing the same way that we were in the beginning, and it's working now, so...
Well, keep in mind, maybe this is actually like the trend. Because remember, Astralis, they lost versus Evil Geniuses in the first match of the Global Finals. First map, right? I gotta say map, on Inferno, 16-14. Took them a while. In that first half, Astralis were looking pretty cold too, but then they started waking up, and then it turned into a fight, and then they smashed EG on the next 2 maps, 16-8, 16-6 or something. So, is that something that we're just going to expect from Astralis now? Well, I expect utility damage and kills from Astralis. They've delivered on that all half long.
That landed right on top, and the door was open for them, so...
I know.
Yeah. No, you're right. We have seen some pretty cold starts from the Danish side, so some of the times they've had to fight their way back. Now they're on a mission to try and hunt down Nork and this AWP. Not that much money left either on NIP, so That's a bit tricky. At least res is a little bit low. Hampus could buy, so they can still put a buy together here. But yeah, this is perfect timing.
That lineup is so annoying. What do you do? What do you do? You're flashed into oblivion. You're getting HE tagged.
Yeah.
Then you're just getting wall banged.
Can't do much, can you?
This is a good time for Threat to call for a timeout, though. I like that. You're starting to feel a little bit too Astralis sided there. Felt like things were going a bit too quick for them.
It's a really nice return, right? It's 3 rounds in a row where there have been no bomb plants, and I think again, it's interesting to see them kind of just following the same blueprint that they were in the beginning. So I mean, I'm sure Astralis, because it looked like they were really getting beat up badly in some of those early rounds. But I guess in the back of Astralis' mind, they were just thinking, no, we have a game plan and we're going to stick to it, and it will work eventually. I mean, it's also dangerous if you bail on your method of playing the game just because it's not working for a couple of rounds. Like, you don't want to do that either.
Sure.
So yeah, I guess they just felt pretty confident in doing that, which fair play. They've proven it right. Flash to go right over the wall. Let's see if it's going to help them out. Actually, Device not pushed out far enough, and Magus, he's diverted back down into connector, so it's really just Device out here. Magus trying actually to get, I don't know, he's in the middle of nowhere right now. A little bit dangerous. Device, though, that's a nice leg. And the grenade follow-up. Will it catch him? No.
Huh?
It must have bounced off. It must have not went over.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It looked like that was going to be just a touchdown.
And they have to realize that he's close. They have to realize that he's close with that HE.
All right, shot him through. Megan's turning around. Oh, man, they got completely distracted. Now he's going to swing for it. He'll take the kill and finally get traded. But this is still a very good opening for Astralis. They're going to be happy about all of this. 4 versus 2. And now they don't really need to fight anymore.
What is this, 2014? Freaking Ops CZ over here? Smith wants his weapon combo back, Device. What are you talking about here?
If they return the draw speed on the CC, you'll see it. And then we're good to go. Oh, he's going to push through. Hampus is down there, but he's low on health, and he'll bring down the little crooked tower that they'd built in front. Well, triple for Device. He started to get warmed up. Astralis started to get warmed up. It's real bad news for NIP, because this is a 4th round in a row. We're going to go into the 15th round with, well, at least some round loss bonus, so that's kind of helpful.
Huh. It just completely overshot him, that grenade.
Wow.
Sees that up close, baby. What are you going to do? That's a tough one.
It's like a little tower they built.
And it was leaning. Oh, now Device and Dupree again. Again, with the aggression. I like it. Don't show respect. The Astralis were showing a bit too much respect, I guess. You know, just taking him a bit too seriously. That's enough.
If he would have had Samler like an axe instead of a knife, he could have role-played a lumberjack or something and just chomped them right down.
Yeah, you've been playing too much Ark, my dude.
Maybe just a bit. It was fun, though.
So who's the T-Rex on this team, Anders?
I mean, if I was on the team, it would be me. Because I did at one point have Sip, riding on my back, but that's
it's true, and that is
story.
That's a story for another day. As already the push is coming through here, Knock is up on that A site. Dupree, he's living on borrowed time.
Oh, they're right behind him. Oh, but he turns. That's a nice shot. That's the power of the Org. I mean, just the fact that you can scope in and just get that one headshot right there. That's pretty sweet. Dupree, he's actually fighting his way out of this just admirably. He's doing a fine job. And that means, very likely here, I don't know what Rez would do to fight his way back. He's low on time, obviously low on friends that are still alive at the very least. So, yeah, he's hoping for a chance. Give him something to work with, but it is not coming. So, in terms of a return into this map here, I bet NIP were hoping for a lot more. It's a nice attempt, but it's not going to be quite enough. 8-7 in favor of NIP at the end of the half. We'll go to break, and we'll be back with the second half.
Camera in for the managers to have, so we get those free cameras. It's not just always the same cameras of the players over and over again.
I hope at one point they fit them with like little secret cameras that they don't even know about.
Don't even know, exactly. And then who needs eSIG?
Yeah, we'll film everything all the time. There's a future out there for that.
Project eSIG.
There we go. Yeah, with the investigations could be real solid. We are heading into the 16th round, second half here, and for NIP, they lost 5 rounds in a row to end that half with, and even though it's a good scoreline, I think overall, you might feel like, we've run out of steam. and Astralis have clearly picked all of it up. So that needs to change. See if NIP could pick up a good round here. They have a smoke and a kit on CTR, and that's pretty much it. And for Astralis, they have a couple of smokes and a Molotov, so they could get a pretty decent execute in on either bomb site. Don't know which one yet, but let's see if we can find out. Rez and Hampus are right around the corner from where Dupree is, and I'm not sure if there's going to be a little bit of a flash there. Nice shot, but Rez is there. He's in a little bit of a weird position right now. He's got Nork kind of nearby, but still, this is a bit dangerous, and that's a P250. So, could be a straight kill there.
Rez is stuck now, though, because Glaive is holding the other side. Along with Magus, they're watching. So Rez is in here, and Glaive wants to get up here and just take out Rez. If you can actually just... Oh, they're deciding to back off. They want to play around on this. Let's see. Plopsky is close enough to hear this info, though. He hears that rotation, and so Knock, you can see already Knock backing off. Rez is out. The rotation's coming in for NIP. There isn't much time here for Astralis to get onto the V site.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 14 seconds. They have a smoke for the bomb, so they need to get in there right now. If they can catch a kill before they get the bomb down there. Oh, what a shot from Nork! Midair, catching the bomb. 5 seconds. They have to plant right now. It's going to be down to the very last second here for Sip, and he'll just put it down before he gets a bullet in the face. So now Device after plant here, 1 versus 3, and they know where he's coming from. They almost line up. That's going to be the one, but the bomb is already defused, and NIP will win the round. Man, that shot midair from Nork. What a beautiful kill that was.
Yeah, that's a slap right there. We're going to get it again.
Oh, he's running forward. That's amazing.
Just sit down. And that is monster. Both pistol rounds picked up now for NIP on this map. And that hurt so bad that NIP decided, or that Astralis called for a tactical timeout.
It's too much. Listen, I mean, I think you were calling that one correctly, right?
Can react quickly.
And I'm sure Astralis were thinking that they would be tempted to rotate people over to help out Rez, even if no one was there at the moment. You know, like they might have been thinking, okay, well, he's been stuck out here for a while. We have him boxed in. Like, surely they're going to send someone to help him out. And if they're doing that, and we rotate to B, you know, we could catch the timing. But it didn't work out that way.
No, Nip. That's the thing. They're ruthless. They had just written red. You know, he was dead to them already.
Yeah.
You know, it's strange that it was the Danes that showed more compassion than the Swedes.
The whole leave no man behind theory doesn't really apply.
No, not when it comes to ninjas, man. Ninjas, you know, there's like, yes, eat the poison pill. You served well.
You've been caught. You're no longer of any use. Well.
Do we need to
In Rez.
Do we need to see how this pans out now for NIP?
Oh,
there we go. Little HE damage. Oh, we'll get in on that.
He was already low. I don't know what's happening on this side. Glaive and Rez are sort of close to each other. This is just like 6 people on the map left, and they're just so far apart. So now that's the bomb down with 15 seconds. That's a nightmare. Sip has to fall back, but now Plopsky's pushing out of B. I think everyone has lost control of this. I think NIP might know a little bit more about what's happening, but ultimately, this is just complete chaos. I don't know what Sip is meant to do here. And even if he gets the bomb and gets the kill, he still has to fall back from this position and then try and not get shot by Plopsky. This round, I think, is just completely busted up right now for Astralis. He's having to defend himself basically near T-spawn. That kill doesn't matter. That doesn't help them right now. The problem is the bomb. Sip is running for it. He knows he's about to get caught. 14 seconds on the clock. Rez is right there trying to catch him. 10 seconds. And that is going to be the round. Nicely done. Sip, he knew he had to run. That's ridiculous.
Just had to keep running, Zip. Why did you stand and fight? You had that smoke in front of you, dude. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, Anders, and that's just one of those times where it backfired on Astralis.
He was getting shot. I don't know. Like, what if he had just run? We'll never know. We don't have the counterfactual, do we? So we just have to ignore it. I don't know if he could have got away. Maybe.
That angle is brutal.
All right.
Let it slip, man. Rez is not going to let a chance like that slip, and that's good on him. I mean, there was quite a bit of talk around him and him underperforming in Nip's past series here to close out last year, to kick things off this year. We haven't really been seeing that carry potential out of Rez that we know that he has. He can go for that kind of hard carry role.
Yeah.
That's like general malaise on the NIP roster for a long time now. Twist was the lowest performer, and so he's getting benched.
He was out, yes.
But it's not like the others were, doing much either. So we have to see if this change in roster is going to be enough here for NIP to start turning things around. And I mean, they've got 10 rounds on the board versus Astralis on Overpass. That's no joke.
No, yeah, looking at just the eye test, as people say, early on, it's looking pretty decent. It's way too soon to call, obviously. Don't have a lot of data currently to work with, but right now, I'm pretty impressed, actually. Device taking down Nork with a pretty common boost there. One that NIP themselves tried to do, so that's going to be annoying. And that AK is all they have right now. So if Astralis end up winning this round behind one AK, NIP are going to be kicking themselves for not clearing up what should be one of the easier rounds to win here. And CTR and Plopsky, if they go through, they're going to run it. Oh no, this could be a disaster. They could lose the B bomb side right now. They're stuck in the tunnel. It's a good job that Plopsky wasn't also pushed into the tunnel. At least he can fall back and try and just play this one a little bit safely until the backup shows up. Molotov to help him get out. Oh, but Sip still runs him down. That was from Monster Tunnel. Hampus in the corner and no one's checked him. And maybe this will work out anyway. Rez coming up with a big double kill. And I can't believe it. 12 seconds on the clock. Yeah, they could just hide. That is a round that almost exploded right in NIP's face.
They cut it so close. But as far as Astralis are concerned, that round's a win. They didn't get a bomb plant, fine, yeah, but they made it very expensive for NIP. And so NIP, they don't have much to fall back on now. They're tapping all of their bank going into Astralis' first buy round. And so now Astralis are going to have all the nades, they're going to have all the rifles, and they're going to be able to run a strat that they know works. And it's going to be NIP who are going to be the ones hard-pressed here to stop it. And if they lose this round, NIP, that puts Astralis firmly in the driver's seat going into the rest of the second half.
Yeah, it's only a 4-round gap. It's really not that much, so nothing has really been decided yet. It's just too soon to call. But certainly Device has managed to find his way back in the game. That in itself is pretty impressive, considering the way that he started here.
He has really come alive. He came out ahead in op kills of Knock at the end of that first half, so that was a big achievement considering the slow start he had to the half.
Yeah.
He really came online, and he was the only one finishing with over 100 ADR. With that quiet start again, Anders.
Yeah, like a couple of rounds early on with no kills, and then just got fired up.
Yeah.
That was his 17th kill right there to take down Hampus, who himself has been playing really well. And it's pretty early on still. A minute on the clock. Bomb is really far back once again, so hopefully there's not going to be the same amount of confusion as in the previous round, but you never know. We're looking for Rez, and he is right behind that smoke.
Yeah.
So he's actually, again, kind of trapped here, Rez. He can't get out. Right now, NIP have to pray that this is a B hit, and now I don't even know what you do. You stick in B. If you run back to A, that's not going to work. If they actually come B, maybe you could survive the fight, but... Oh, they are coming. They are showing up.
This is bad news bears for Astralis.
It very well could be a little bit of a jump. CTR still here, no flashbangs. They nearly line up. He does get a big double. Plopsky still going down, but he continues. Nork with a shot, and 14 seconds left. Oh man, Nork has an HE. If he just waits for Device to tap the bomb, he can just blow him up. He doesn't even have to shoot him at all. Smoke will do nothing. It's going to be a straight plant. He can't even fake it. He's not going to even attempt the nade and just take him down instead. NIP sticking to their gun, sticking in the B bomb site. And Astralis, I mean, normally they are very, very keen to find out these kind of things and make the right calls. Not this time.
Well, to be fair, I think this is one of those gamble situations where Astralis, they're thinking that NIP have to rotate at least one player up to the A side if they want to cover, right? With Rez dead, they're thinking, okay, there has to be some movement over there towards it, and they're just overthinking it because NIP had already written off the round. Like, this is where it works out perfectly for NIP, where if Astralis go A, fine, we hold on to our guns for the next round, and we're in a good situation, right? We don't need to go into a hard eco if we lose it. And if they come B, well then, we have all the rifles on B.
It's all good.
And this is exactly that scenario where Astralis, they should be able to shake that round off. It's just like, bad luck, you know? We just... Yeah, 50-50 in that.
Actually, to get the 5 versus 3, and then you don't win it, that is going to be annoying. It's now a 5-round lead for NIP. Now, I don't know. Their economy is not necessarily that great, but they're ahead. And if they can start to really build up the money, I think that's the thing that's going to make the real difference in this one. Nork and CTR again, and even Hampus. They got 3 people right now for NIP that are playing this game really well at the moment.
They're getting warm up.
But that needed to be a kill, though.
Yep.
That probably could have been it.
Knock was one of those guys who kind of quieted down there at the end of the first half. And, well, Device took the lead in terms of ops stats at the end of the first half. So he had his moments, but he wasn't quite there. Now we'll see here in the second half if he's going to be able to redeem himself or not. Hard rotate coming in here from Astralis towards that B site.
They only have one smoke and a flashbang now. Astralis are super lethal, especially with the flashbangs on this B bomb site. They have some incredible setups that make it very hard to defend, but not when there's only one of them. They may be good at throwing grenades, but one is a little bit low. Nearly catching the kill on Plopsky. Is there going to be a grenade for him? Not in time. He still wins the fight, and a lot of follow-up damage. A little bit of a Molotov there to slow them down, but the bomb is committed to the site. It's on that ramp in front of them with about 35 seconds, and Rez is sneaking in from behind, trying to catch Glaive, but that actually gets turned around, and they're going to run back. This seems like pure madness. Now, they will have time for it, but again, if Nork rotates back here, it's going to get interesting. They're selling this with Sip still pushing in, so that means everyone is going to stay on the bomb side. And this time, Astralis have absolutely sold this to NIP. And if the headshot as well, Nork was the only one that could have rotated in. That's a really amazing fake, and not without its risks.
Yeah. Oh, man. The fact that that works, Zip is such a good salesman as well. Dude, the fact that he gets that kill just helps it so much, because Nock, he's the one who's going to be the first one to hear footsteps. He's going to be the first one to be able to rotate up, and it just doesn't happen at all for him.
It doesn't matter how much you slam the door in his face when he's trying to sell you that stuff. He's
got his foot in that door.
Yeah, he's there.
He's got the foot in there, and you all know once you get that foot in.
Wow, that was very well done, but I mean, I love these rounds, right? It's so much fun to see it, but it's not the kind of rounds that I normally associate with Astralis.
No.
And again, the risk in having 5 seconds at the end, fair play. They had taken down, was it Nork or Plopsky? I can't remember. Someone was sneaking in, maybe Rez here. Yeah, so this kill, right? That probably is where, so it's Rez. So that's probably where they think, okay, that's fine, we can run back. But what if there is someone else, you know, like up there, someone rotates back and they like one kill at the end there and they just lose the round. So pretty risky. But
that's Glaive redeeming himself, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
He's had some really kind of, let's say, weak rounds in the beginning of the second half here. Ooh, clever stuff.
We got the matchmaking strats coming out.
I like it. Pull out all the stops. You let them know that you have an AWP now, though. Astralis is going to be aware of that, and we'll see if they can get a punish going. Meantime, ZTR has been boosted up above Plopsky, hoping for a shot. I mean, look at this. They're giving ZTR the boost.
Yeah, setting him up for it. Although that position is also one that Astralis sometimes will triple nade, so maybe they're just saying, you know what, if someone's going to get naded, it's going to be the new guys. It's a hazing ritual, you know? Gotta get him feeling, feeling the pain.
Oh, I want to take a look now. Now that you mentioned that, I want to look at what the stats are for nade damage. It's still actually disgusting. They've got 3 players with over 100 utility damage, Astralis. To give you perspective, right? It's like 162, 149, 135. And on NIP, there's only 118, and that's on res. Everybody else is low 30s. So, I mean, Astralis, just what they can do with their utility is just so bonkers.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, there you go. Magus with the HE kill on res. You know, it's just like, get out of here, dude. They don't even need bullets to ruin you.
Say it here and it pops up there. Yeah, no, it's true. They're really, really annoying with that stuff. Hampus in a lot more danger than he realizes, and the device just walks right in, and that is the perfect opening right here. Even if there were 3 people on the bomb site, they've got no chance at all. That was very interesting, and again, I kind of get it why they wanted to focus on the restrooms there, but someone had to check long, and it would have to be the guy with the orb, right? That never happened, and it kind of blew the whole thing up. Plopsky now. Oh wow! I don't know. Could have been a random shot. Yeah, here's the nade. Oh, it's not even... It's sort of... Maybe it bounced off, I'm not sure, but... It was a shock to everyone.
It's impeccable.
That's interesting. So, 9-12. It was just 7-12. It's a 5-round gap now. Now we're getting closer all of the time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, guys. We'll vouch for the Blast merch. Some of the best merch. The hoodies... It's actually like really good quality. They've been hooking us up, and it's actually the only merch that I wear regularly.
They're really nice and comfortable, especially in the cold weather right now. It's definitely nice.
So the hoodies are actually really good hoodies. Really liking the Blast merch. So definitely can vouch if you want a new hoodie and want to support Blast. Get on it.
Yeah, go check it out. They were thinking about doing the boost, but now they're waiting. Just waiting for a long time.
Well, it's cold, man. You gotta gather up, and it's like penguins in the Antarctic.
You know what you could do in this corner?
I don't know if I want to know.
Actually, right where Plopsky is, if you look into the wall and fire the AWP through, you can shoot people as they're coming through the squeak door, and you'll be able to hear them when they open. So you can stand around there and just wait for it, and then shoot right through.
Right.
I've always dreamt of just timing something like that.
So
I'm not even sure if they're doing the boost or if they're hoping for someone to come check them eventually. I mean, fair play. I don't think it will win them the round, but it could be funny, and that's also important.
Yeah. It's comedy. I mean, you need a good laugh every now.
Look at him baiting them. He's saying like, "Yeah, I'm right here, guys.
Come and get me."
Dupree, Mac 10. They're certainly not going to flash around the corner, are they? It's just going to be a firing squad waiting for them. If they Molotov it, that would be the funniest of all. Device, just please throw that grenade in the corner. It's going to get crispy in there.
Dupree's checking.
20 seconds. Again, they're running the clock down so low. I'm really shocked by this. Let's just see. He's got the bombs, so he's gonna start to put that down now. NIP have held on to this just the entire round.
Discipline from both of these. Dupree didn't push either. He's just sitting here waiting as well.
Where's that Molotov device? Don't deny us the grenade. You know you want to. Everyone has to think about it in the chat. Just think about him throwing the grenade, and maybe it'll happen. Maybe we can send him that idea. Now the boost that should tell them that someone's there. Now they have to move. Oh man, they get slaughtered. Not with a grenade, but still, I'm interested. I would love to have seen what would have happened if they had kept pushing. But that's now 10 to 12. 10 to 12. Yeah, here we go. All the Swedes.
To be fair, Anders, this is actually playing into the trend that we've been noticing on a lot of these matches, is that teams tend to get multi-rounds more often now. It actually feels like it's rare to see the trade back and forth, like we saw actually between Astralis and Navi in the grand finals, where it was like, oh, trading back and forth. That feels rare, because now it just seems like teams take 4 rounds, 5 rounds in a row. Nip took the first 4 rounds of this half, and now it's Astralis taking 3 rounds in a row, setting themselves up for a 4th here.
Yeah, and doing pretty well in terms of not losing too many rifles either. It's true. There has been a fair bit of streaking going on like that. Sneaking through the tunnel with no warning, instant flashbang. They're going to clear the corner and run right onto the site. Doesn't matter if you can see him or not. Plopsky's gone down already, and it just leaves CTR on his own. He's going to get a kill that's really good, but there's a lot more coming, and backup is just miles away. Rez is still over by the playground. They probably need to save these guns right now and just walk away. That's really dirty from Astralis. The perfect timing to walk through the smoke and just flash your way in. You could see that there was no way, unless Plopsky and CTR just hold the bomb site on their own, they're not gonna do anything. Yeah, this is a good job. Really, really cool bit of timing there.
Yeah, very clean. And I don't think that ZTR can feel poorly about his performance right now. He's the top performer on NIP out of all the players right now. Most kills. I mean, he's a top scorer. So I mean, right now, man, what I was worried about would be him kind of struggling and being an opening for Astralis to exploit. And instead, he's showing that he can actually hold his own here against the Danes, which is really cool to see. So curious to see how this pans out here for NIP. But at least as far as this map is concerned, I mean, it's looking like Astralis are very firmly in the driver's seat now in the second half. And yeah, here we have the average damage. Yeah,
device still just clearing above 100. But
which is so nuts.
I mean, I'm happy for CTR to be doing this well. I think for a couple of different reasons, right? I'm also just I want to see more Swedish talent out there. Yeah, because it's not like we haven't had a lot of new talent. Like, I mean, this team is made of new talent, right? So that's there, but it's Sweden that we're talking about. It's like the Counter-Strike country,
true.
Forever and ever. So I mean, Denmark's been fighting and overtaking it maybe for a while here, but historically, Sweden's been the place to be. You would have guessed that was where like a lot of the talent development would have come from. And it's not like they've been doing nothing. I just think they should be doing more. There should be even more, young Swedish players out there that are up and coming. So good to see them come up and get a chance here in NIP. That's really cool.
It's unfortunate that we don't have Fnatic competing because they have the other one, right? Jaquinho.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of focus on the young gun coming into Fnatic and actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, and Fnatic have Brolin. I mean, even though he's obviously like a world-class player, I think he still kind of counts as new talent. So it's just, I think the new phase is done with so quick because these kids are so good so early now. Normally, like in like it would have taken a couple of years to play someone into how good Roland is, but not anymore. Here's a bit of a trade. Rez actually with an M4 though. Plopsky couldn't get the gun out in time, and he's going to be going down. Glaive with a double kill as they come through to try and help out. That looked like it could have worked. They nearly held it, but now it is all tied up at 12-12. And Astralis, they are... that's a 5th round in a row that they just picked up. They're looking so good at the moment.
Interesting, though, is that Glaive decides to pick up the AWP for Device. Device had the chance to save an op earlier from the one that Hampus had in that troll round where he was going for the wallbang.
Yes.
Device could have saved the op then, and he decided, and he didn't. He held on to his
Quad,
AK.
boost, quad, boost.
Oh, it's not looking like it's happening, dude. Sorry.
They're denying it. Well then.
What is this? Oh, ZTR is getting roasted. He's got to be careful. Device right on the edge. He's got the angle with the op.
Can't quite see his feet, although, you know, you've got to be real careful walking around there. Not quite scoped up for that. Rez and Nork are pushed up fairly far over on long, so they're going to get some information that not that much is happening. This looks like it's going to end up something like a B hit. And I don't think they're going to be waiting forever either, because... you know, eventually you're going to be worried about someone pushing up over on the A side, so we'll see.
Do you think Plofsky spotted Device out there right now? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know if he would have spotted him considering the angle Device was holding. This might get dicey here on the B side.
Oh, it definitely will be, and they're really lacking the grenades. Hampus has actually fallen all the way back to the A side, so again, NIP, this defense here at B, I'm not sure it's going to hold. Only Glaive is going to be coming through this direction anyway, so yeah, maybe they can win the fight against Glaive. Even if they don't trade him, even if they, you know, just get the kill like that, they could still be in trouble. Plopsky coming back in, Dupree's right at the corner. That smoke is up to stop any ops from coming in from the sniper spot, and CTI is going to take Zip down. That's a nice kill. That's a super important kill. 30 seconds, the bomb is going to be going down, but NIP have a real shot at retaking this bomb site. Rez is coming in with a really long flank, and I'm not sure Device is even aware of it. He could be dead in just a couple of seconds here. Yep, there comes the sneak. He sees the top of his face, and now it's on. Dupree and Magus, they wanted to boost up to try and get one of them out, but that's not going to happen, and now they're just stood on top of each other. They should be losing this round here, Astralis. Down to 1 man, and this Magus keeps spinning all over the place and gets taken down by Nork. Close combat with that AWP, and that will be the round for NIP.
Such a close run affair, and I think a lot of that hinges on Zipnix. I'm actually surprised to see him go for that push into sewers, or rather, you know, because you know where ZTR is at that point. And so, you know, going in, trying to find that kill might have been what opened it up for NIP. They don't have to worry about that flank anymore, and ZTR can get much more involved, rather than Zip just kind of holding and waiting for the retake to initiate. So I'm actually a bit surprised at Astralis. Yeah, a little bit of frustration getting shown here on Astralis, because I'm pretty sure that they feel like they should have had that round, and I feel... after having watched it, I feel like they had everything they needed once, even like Medalist, the new health coach they've got standing behind him there, Nip, it was hidden in the announcement with Twist being benched that they'd actually hired a full-on coach as well.
It could well be. There are a lot of people behind them, so, you know, they've got some focus on them here. Hopefully it doesn't add to the pressure, but it doesn't seem like it is. Glaive goes down. That was through a smoke. That was Nork just pushing up to that corner and taking the shot blindly, and it worked out. Now we're going to see an attempted boost to try and look over. Now, they could try and catch Plopsky here. See if they're going to be able to line it up well enough. Dupree jumping right up. He's in position for it. The flashbang is set up from outside. Oh, he should have got the kill already. The fact that it takes an extra second and they have to re-peek it is so dangerous. But that was Sip who set up the flashbang so that the guy at barrels... I mean, even if he was looking at it, he would be blind. That is a very, very... well-timed flash, and just a nice execution of that, even if it took a second longer. Rez, though, is pushed up again, and he was instrumental last round in taking down Device. He could be even more important this round.
But again, they dropped that bomb behind, and now Device, he knows that his teammates are showing up to watch his back. Rez is going to catch him in the open, but he gets spotted. The timing doesn't work out for him. But he's going to be able to buy a whole lot of time here, and Meg is realizing that the bomb is at risk of getting blocked off. He's going to back off to pick it up. There was a chance.
Yeah, this is actually... I mean, again, no kills. He's just bought at least 10 seconds. And that's... They don't have that time. 28 seconds on the clock right now. They're running back down to the B bomb site. And Rez will catch Device. This is huge. Hampus and CTR down here, though. They're the ones that can still try and hold on to it. A little bit of a spray, and he's going to get instantly traded. So the bomb will still go down. But it is a 2-1-2. And there's Rez. This time, the flank will not work out. It's all on Nork. And he's... Oh, no. Oh, no. It only put out half the fire. And that is just too much to deal with. And he's going to burn alive. That is so unfortunate. 13-13, but... Man, I mean, that's... I just like everything about this round from Rez. I think what he was doing out there, especially once he got caught just buying the time, I think that worked out really well, but still wasn't enough. And I think Hampus and CTR, I don't know... I think they could have probably held that a little bit longer. I think they could have done more. I'm assuming they were out of grenades, because otherwise I think they would have just stalled Astralis down there, but... That was close. Really thin margins here. 27th round is coming up, and...
On duels, it felt like on Astralis. It was just a little off when it came to the executes. That was one takeaway from here, from that take, is that they were all very well spaced out to just trade instantly. And so even with, you know, ZTR being alive there in front of Monster, he's not getting a double kill. He's getting the first kill, and then he's getting traded. And so Astralis showing that they have the fundamentals as well to fall back on. That was Rez just playing around in the birthday party. He took an extra slice of cake, and Device not going to have that.
What's your favorite cake, Semler?
Favorite? Yeah. You know the lemon bars, the lemon cake with the powdered sugar on top?
All right.
It's criminal. I could eat that for, you know, it would just be bad. You got to keep it away from me.
Okay. I feel like that's a rare choice. I like it too. I'm just saying, you know. I feel like it's
got it all, man.
Oh, CTR. Oh, that's nice. Follow-up. Double kill with the Deagle. He was just hiding. People do this a lot now, where they don't check those barrels. Like, everyone just assumes someone else has done it. And those are the fundamentals that you don't expect Astralis to make those mistakes at all, ever. That's what they've become essentially world famous for, always being dialed in on those kind of things. There's always someone checking, and you pay a heavy price for letting go of that. Nork here, trying his best. There's a lot of damage on Sip and Magisk right now. And they're still pushing on. They're not going to be falling back. They want to see if they could do this. There's a shot with the Deagle taking down Magisk. Oh, Astralis. This should have been an easy round. It was just all there. You got the opening. You were just up against pistols. It should be no problem. And instead, it's falling apart now. 20 seconds. 1 versus 3 against Sip. And they'll win the fight against him. Finally, no clutch on him. It's 14-13. NIP. That is a bit of a miracle.
So unbelievable that they actually managed to pull this off. And ZTR, this is it. It's this second kill against Glaive.
Yeah.
That is the key shot.
Look at the bomb. The bomb dropped so far back on the site initially.
Glaive is having trouble individually right now, man. I mean, 50 average damage per round, 54. Like, he's not really coming up with the goods. He had that one big round where he caught that rotate on Rez, you know, that you pointed out. He's had a couple moments, but it feels like overall this first map here, Glaive on an individual level has been struggling. He's not hitting the shots that we're used to seeing him hit, because he is a fragging in-game leader. He can hold his own.
Oh, speaking of which, didn't get a chance here. It looked like he kind of stood still. I feel like there wasn't even any real return fire. So yeah, they get the kill and just fall back immediately. I actually think Astralis wanted to be really quick about this B-bomb side, but they got slowed down by grenades. And now, are they just trying to force the issue? I feel like they're just putting a lot of pressure on this, and I'm not sure if it's really advisable. They're hanging outside of B again for a long, long time. They have no map control on the rest of the map.
Hasn't that just been the name of the game for Astralis, though, for most of this half? I feel like they've just occupied this area, sewers, you know, outside of Monster.
Yeah, like, if you look at how they play almost every other map, they won't really do this, where they sort of stand around for 20 seconds without someone, you know, doing something on the rest of the map. You know, some way to sell it or some way to keep the other team honest. It feels like this is less common for the Astralis side. Now, they do have grenades, and the CT side only have the one smoke on Rez, and he's really far away, so sneaking their way through. There's going to be no warning. There's going to be no flashbangs. They're going to turn right into it. Oh, the spray, not quite there for Dupree. Molotov, yeah, it's going to be annoying, but they're running out of time. 20 seconds again, and a 2-on-3. Astralis could be about to lose this map here. Nearly getting that one. Nork is now just in a little bit of trouble here. They're getting close. He's going to miss the opportunity. 10 seconds on the clock. Dupree will get the one, but no bomb plant is going to be possible here. 5 seconds. He's going to get the headshot, but Rez just has to hide, and it'll be the 15th round for NIP. They are so close right now, and this would be a huge upset if they could take this map away.
This would be a big deal, and it would actually start to make you wonder a little bit about what Astralis' game plan is coming in on Overpass. Because they picked Overpass into Vitality, and we all had the impression, during the global finals, right, that this was going to be like one of those trump cards for Astralis, considering they absolutely demolished Evil Geniuses on it earlier in the tournament. So you're thinking, okay, Astralis, Overpass could be a nice pocket pick that they can have when they don't want to play Dust 2 or don't want to play Inferno. And yet here we are. We find ourselves once again with Astralis struggling. And just struggling to find kills on an individual level right now. Astralis, I mean, they've got the money to buy the guns. They're just not hitting anything.
Yeah, I mean, he was set up, Magus, for that push. And he's being pushed by FAMAS. And he still loses the fight.
Very bizarre.
And losing to a FAMAS, it never feels good. That's a nice shot, though. From Dupree, he'd read that. They need to get this into overtime to try and recover themselves a bit here, Astralis. Which is definitely possible. Rez has been found out. Device. That's not going to be a good idea.
No, but it is keeping them honest. I mean, if that is one way that you want to approach this, by keeping over here in sewers, outside of Monster, keeping on the B side of the map, NiP, they still have to have players over here on A. They still have to have Rez playing around restrooms or around long. And so it's keeping NiP honest in a way, because NiP are just trying to be one step ahead of Astralis. Eventually, Astralis are going to come back over towards A. And so Device there, in that situation, he's playing to that. He knows that Rez is going to be around here somewhere, and so he's looking for that kill. It just doesn't go his way.
Well, here we go once again. 30 seconds on the clock. Sid going to clear the corner, but Klopsky will take him down. And now it is all on Dupree. He goes down. Now the bomb is making its way into the bomb site with 25 seconds. And NIP, man, what a way to start this new season off. I'm really impressed. Device, I don't know how he could make it through. The fact that he's even still alive is incredible. There it is, 16-13. NIP taking down Astralis on the very first map on Overpass, and with a brand new lineup as well. There's so much to